Alright, alright, alright. I think it's time to kick things off. Let's do this. That's not the transition. Weird. I tried to get greedy. I went from live to straight to gameplay. My system's fussy. Yeah, we got some revenge this week. We're actually already in this. Let's wrap this up first. I wanted to get in here because our ship was actually getting close to 3-star. So let's just knock this wave out real quick. A little bit less than pleasant, but I assume if we don't do Valor, then it's going to take forever to get Plo Koon out, so I think we're going to save fights. We just keep this going. There we go. So yeah, this month is kind of annoying because I actually wanted this month to be trying new teams. Of course, last time CG has had that bug where people who got to phase 4 just straight up couldn't do their mission, so last time just kind of ended up being a wash. It was kind of a bummer. Not used to losing 5s there exactly. Alright, we should be popping offense here in a second. This is usually about the time where we start wiping people. I usually like to have 5s here though. Definitely popping this. Give the offense to Anakin so he didn't have it. Okay. 1 hit. I will absolutely take you going for Plo Koon. By all means. Okay, not bad. We can't access Houndstooth. I don't know if those deaths are going to kill him. I'm not sure. That's a yes. That's annoying. I mean, there's pretty much no reason not to hit this, right? Should fish Anakin out of stun. We need a tank. We need some tanky business. You had to bug dodge a Fett? I felt bad. So what was your situation first? I want to hear your side, and then I'll say, because I felt like I had to bug him, but at the same time, I couldn't tell the first launch. See, so when the first Make Good launch came out, you know, like, people got their blank rewards or whatever, right? I mean, Cad Bane is almost scarier now. Now that the droids are all dead, IG-88 doesn't really feel like a focus target. Because, like, on the one hand, if the assumption was just that the whole thing was buggy and that people who weren't, or who were supposed to get it didn't, then that's one thing. But to me, it felt like the people who were going to get it did get it, and then there was the whole deal with the rest of the people got a feed. Alright, we need to wrap this up, like, kind of right now. I think this should be fun. Man, this wraps up so much more slowly if you don't have 5s. Okay, we got it. 1 for the board. Right, because that was what was panicking me. It's like, even people in my guild, right? This was supposed to be a guild-wide reward, and even people in my guild were getting, you know, the blank messages and all that stuff. I just straight up wasn't. Another officer in my guild also wasn't, so I started, like, trying to make some noise in the forums. What's up, Liam? We are just starting, actually. I just wanted to get in ships because it was possible that by the end of this, it was going to be 3-star. And we're already fairly close to it, so just getting on in. Alright. So we have... I did some organizing for my mod loadouts. This is basically going to be the final test to organize sort. I don't want to spend that much time modding, and I have done the due diligence to get that far. So this time I want to run my old school style, and then next month we can start switching it up. So I am probably just gonna run Jedi Master Luke with Jedi Knight Luke down south. Just kind of stick to my stuff from last time. Again, we were on track for 70. If it ain't broke, I'm not gonna try to fix it. Actually, the thing that sucks about EA help there is actually the first time this happened, because what guild am I in? I am in FC Nova, claimed by the Territory Wars server to be the best alliance, apparently. There's no PvP leaderboard. Yeah, we're doing pretty alright. I think that minus GP was me taking... I actually, like, remodded a bunch of characters just to make sure we weren't going to run out of space. Alright. This had a new style from last time, and the rest of these fights I feel like are going to be pretty straightforward. So I'm just going to hop on into this one first, I think. So the thing that ended up feeling really nice last time is skipping Mark and just going straight for strategic advantage. I just went back and watched this fight again, and I think I made some mistakes still too. I think we actually could have optimized a little bit better. I already have the mods ready to go, but just to reiterate, I guess, crit damage Yoda, fairly high speed. You could go slower with him, but I do kind of value his overall base speed for getting through the droid battalion stacks a little bit better. And then enough crit chance to really make sure. Ideally, I would actually say you want this to be like 60. Right, we're getting 40 for free from JK, our lead. It's close enough. I don't think it's gonna matter. So, you could actually argue that we don't even need this for General Skywalker as well. But pretty much same idea with gas. I just want him to be extremely fast here. I want that cooldown control. It's a huge help for this team. You know, instead of just running Hermit Yoda there. What is 70 CMs? That is 70 combat mission completion waves. Basically, just think of it as 70 waves. So by the end of this week, we'll be out through phase 4, and we should have 70 waves completed. Successfully completed. Alright, Jolie, just going for speed, triple health. I remember this kind of feeling washy last time as to skipping some tenacity. So we'll keep an eye on this. I would say that that's still up in the air a little bit. But, you know, against some characters that aren't doing a whole lot of critting or debuffing or anything like that. We'll see. And JKR, I'm just going pure mad speed. This might be a little bit excessive. We didn't have this last time. I cheated a little bit. I put in some of my new toys. I actually could even go more over the top if we just wanted to really get stupid. But I'm trying to be somewhat reasonable here. Animate health. Defense primary kind of suboptimal here. And JKR's health is actually kind of a lot better than a protection primary here. If we can sneak it in. We got so much free potency. I would actually rather just get this on in if we can. I'll break this set, whatever. I just want D to be able to stay alive better. And then, yeah, health primary on the cross, definitely not going to happen. Alright, everyone else should be good. We have speed potency on Basil, of course, just trying to make sure that she has enough to work with, even though we do have Force Bond, just a little bit extra to try to combat RNG where we can. Although, honestly, like, at this point, I'm pretty convinced or willing to say, like, even just, like, 70% potency seems to be enough that you're, like, reliably landing here, right? Like, aside from, like, the usual 50% misses that you would see, like, you could almost argue that this is completely overkill. At least for herself, right? Because we got so much free stuff. And yeah, other than that, I think we're just gonna head on in. 343 speed JKR. I mean, look, we can bring him down too. I'm not trying. Like, that's the thing. I want this to be like research stuff for the guide, and because of that, I don't want this to be like, oh yeah, I don't want the guide to start and just be like, oh yeah, just get a 350 speed JKR, and yeah, it's gonna work out great. I mean, 22 is what I said before. This is what I pretty much was testing with the whole time. Like, just about here. You know what? We'll give Jolie the honor. This man's never felt so much momentum. Yeah, Leo, it's... 60 has been very kind to me so far. Alright, so the thing I screwed up on last time, I think I had some of the right ideas. Ooh. They switch sides. That almost trips me up. Alright, we're going the same thing. We're gonna skip Mark here. We're just gonna go strategic advantage to Hermit Yoda. I want to try something coming out of this. Okay, so we're at 5 right now. We splash, that's gonna get into 3, and I think we strategic advantage coming out of this. And that should be a dead B2. And we should just be able to play it out from here without any other major concerns. I'm not sure we pass it back to. JK would be able to give it back more quickly. So that's probably the right choice, right? Sure. Alright, B2 dead before battle even starts. That feels like a good start. And of course, the reason why we did that as well is to keep Mandigard from potentially taunting. So now we just have this as an option. Got the stun. Looking pretty solid. Actually, you know what? I think strategic advantage to gas would actually probably help here, right? We've got, you know, pretty solid chance that we're going to be landing this Daze. I did sneak some potency in on his modding. But strategic advantage over here would just, like, help smooth this out, right? Let's aim this over at Droideka. Droideka has evasion while he's unshielded, so even though this is kind of a nice button to stall as well, I think Droideka is going to be a more immediate thing. We'd land the Daze anyway, so not really the decision that mattered this time around. Everyone is kind of on the normal behavior right now, so we could just... let's cheat some cooldowns back. I'm not sure if we're going to get costed our savior right now. I don't think we are. Okay. For a second there, I was a little bit concerned that Magnigar was going to cheat this off and we're just going to get blasted potentially, but we're fine. Do some more Droid Battalion dance. Yeah, the fact that he's Daze, we can pretty much just get away with this for free. Alright, we're gonna be on here for a minute. We might as well just basic. His first turn should be this, so this is stalled. This can't go through Foresight anyway. Let's just go for Droideka. Bastila, I think, one turn away from being able to do a dispel on this again, so this might be a hot second. Yeah, it's fine. We do not need to use this wave. Let's just keep on keeping on. Good stuff, sir. You're doing a great job. Don't let anyone tell you otherwise. We definitely want to get out of this wave with Grandmaster Yoda having strategic advantage, so we're going to stay on that. I mean, we have it. Nah, gas is coming up. We want this, so let's use it. Saving the AoE for next wave, of course. Alright, we want to end this gracefully. Honestly, JKR GMY isn't the worst way to enter the next wave, but I think we could do a little bit better than that. So let's basic. We still actually have Savior, by the way. I definitely think this opener feels like the best. It feels polished. Alright, let's... I think if we just stall out this turn, then we'll kind of let everyone else catch up. It's not too bad spending his cooldowns right now because we'll get them back really easily with Droid Battalion Dance as long as we have them ready to go. We're looking pretty fine here, actually. If we use SA on gas, then we actually get out of this wave really, really easily. I would almost rather save that, though. Alright, if this misses, I think it might be Basila next, which isn't that bad either. Alright, not bad. I don't mind that. I don't like having Grandmaster Yoda low turn meter going into the next waves, but at the very least, we have Basila here as like an immediate pickup. And by the way, this Magna Guard is why we have strategic advantage over here. Although, ooh. This is probably going to be a gas basic. If Jolie could sneak in first, we could actually do some serious damage here. He does not. So the fact that Basila just went, I don't think we can make an argument for gas using AoE here. I think, can we? I mean, we have Mark at the very least, but it's going to make Grandmaster Yoda's turns feel so bad here. I mean, we have the potency modding. Let's say it's like a 50% chance to not daze, and then a 30% chance for him to not counter. It prevents a lot of damage if we do this. I don't know. We'll see. Okay, he does have a chance. He doesn't counter, though, so no punish. Alright, we just get to do this for free now. Down to 11. Spread the buffs out. Get him down to 3. The splash will kill. Still back at 100%. We still got time. Still never gets old doing that. Alright, so if we mark right now. It's not my favorite mark. If we were one hit off, it would be a little bit better. I don't think we really need to. Yoda's already carrying this wave. Let's just let the boy keep doing his work. Ooh, but this cooldown is actually kind of awkward though. I actually do kind of wish, like, he might to get this off, but I don't think he's really, like, we increased his AoE cooldown, so it's just gonna be basic. Kind of sucks that Basila is like just barely ahead of him here, but if we hit this, yeah, we're fine. Wait, we haven't used this yet. And we still don't need to either. We still have Savior as well. This is such a clean run so far. It's really, really hard to be mad at this. Alright, we have a Magna Guard who can counter us for some damage, but otherwise we're doing pretty alright. Yeah, good job, dude. No stun this time. I don't think we kill. Yeah. He did get reduced once, though, so he's gonna be squishier. Yes. Yes. The rest is pretty rough. Okay, battle meditation will let him catch up a bit. Do I like this going in? It's not bad. It's not amazing. I don't think we're gonna have Basila bounce back up. Actually, they are off. The usual rule of thumb that I remember is if they disappear on her, then they're up on the next wave. This is probably the first TB that I've had where Grandmaster Yoda has reliably been the wave ender. It's kind of awkward. I don't think this kills. Okay, it does. Sound is a bit itchy. What does that mean? You got 90k in the shard shop? That is... You're just cruising, huh? Yeah. Rule of thumb still applies. If Basila loses her own buffs, then we're good to go. Voice sounds? There's no reason why RTX voice should be on right now. I have that uninstalled. What else could it be? It's a fun spam bot. Let me take care of that real quick. Alright. Same thing as the audio issue yesterday. Testing 1, 2. Alright, we'll see how this sounds. Alright, I think we're just battle buffing GMY. Let's get to work on this B2. I don't mind marking him here. Yeah, let's just mark him. It'll get Grandmaster Yoda ahead of Gas so we can do some extra work first. Yeah, let's just slam it anyway. Did not land the days here. Did land it on Rocket Trooper though, which is very important. And Magna Guard as well. That wasn't bad. That was fine. Do not mind that one. If we can sneak in strategic advantage to Gas right now. There we go. God, so much damage. Alright, love to stun you. Thank you very much. Let's save the AoE. We're fine. Alright, we daze one and ability block the other, so they basically essentially still have both of them up, but didn't get to use them. Some nice control. Okay, Magna Guard isn't dazed, but does have buff immunity, so even though we don't have strategic advantage on Yoda back yet, we can still do this pretty much fine. May take a bit of damage, but eh. Alright, Gas will happily munch on these two, and then we have the protection left on Magna Guard so that we can get out of this wave a little bit more cleanly. Let's try to lead this up 2 hits for Gas. Okay, we got time. We actually might not have enough damage before Gas next turn, though. I wouldn't be surprised if this ends with a Gas finish. I don't think we can dodge that. Exactly. If we were gonna dodge that, what does that start with? A Gas assist call here wouldn't hurt. I don't think Yoda can pull this off. We actually still do have Savior for next wave too, so we are actually kind of cruising here. Okay, let's pop Battle Meditation, mostly because I know that Gas is going to be the finisher here. There's no way we can stop that for the most part. Well, I guess if we're going to be 0% Terminator, we might as well just Unstoppable Force here, and yeah, that's not happening. I mean, we have high Terminator here and half Terminator here, so it's still not that bad of an entry, but at least we get strategic advantage back to Grandmaster Yoda before the final. Alright, it's good that we have Basla coming up early. How badly do we get punished if we ignore B2? I don't know if it's going to be that bad. Sniper droid is, of course, the main concern right here. The main thing I'm concerned about right now is if we mark B2 instead of Sniper, and Basla doesn't quite handle this as well as she could, then this feels a little bit bad to me. Whatever. We'll deal with these consequences. She didn't get the stun. We do get the buff immunity, which is mostly what mattered, but let's see. No B2 wake up yet. Alright, so if we just swap to Gas right now, Gas should just be able to finish Sniper Droid. I actually might bait Watt into trying... Well... I guess Sniper actually could revive. But Gas crit should stop Watt from getting that successfully. Yeah, let's take this. Wasn't actually enough damage to kill. I don't know if I... Maybe we're putting a little bit too much respect on Sniper Droid here. I'm not sure. We do have the days. I don't know if Sniper's gonna race us out. I guess to stop them from getting more Terminator, I'm probably supposed to just basic B2. Yeah, we're supposed to mark, or we're supposed to basic the mark for more Terminator, but... Not a fan of that wave strategy. Plus, B2 can't be revived either, so it actually would have been perfectly fine to just go for that. Sniper is racking up pretty high stacks here too. Like, if we kill Sniper right now, he does still have the cooldown, so this actually kind of just gets screwed up. I think it's a better call to go for B2 right now. That's fine. Gas can pretty much deal with this, I would say. Assuming that was its special. If this is its basic, then this might be pretty unfortunate. So if we strategic advantage back to Jolie, we'll get the revive cooldown back up, and I'm pretty sure he always does the force crit, so we'll actually just increase our cooldowns as well. Let's do it. We were one off, actually. I'm pretty sure Snipe might actually be back up shortly. Oh, Yoda got hit with the revive blocker. And this is still on cooldown, actually. That's fine. Okay, this is one turn off. Yeah, I don't think I like my approach on this wave. I think I overcomplicated what was normally just a pretty simple finish in the other waves. Still one turn off on this. I think we get more value hitting the Droid Battalion stack. Perfectly fine. You can have them. Alright, their sniper droid stacks are insane right now. That is actually probably going to be a fail. Man! I don't know. That was the first time I've tried this style. I feel like we manhandled so much of the rest of this that I feel like I just overthought this last part. Huh. Fair enough. Alright. We'll write it down. I still feel really happy about the rest of that, though. And we've beaten this last wave so many times by marking B2 first. Yeah. Honestly, going back and thinking about that too, like the thing that was so nice about the old style of doing this is the Watt AI would immediately try to revive the first enemy we kill, and B2 with Droid Battalion can't be revived. Wait, is that a keybind? I didn't actually know I could do that. I don't even know how I did that. I don't know what button I just pressed. I'm gonna have to find that out later. Okay, so from here on out we got the Padme SM. I'm definitely gonna go back to the old school style on that one. There was always like one blunder each time, or like me trying something experimental. Last time it was trying to put Rex in here instead of, I think, Anakin. For this one, I guess it's gonna be that other. I do want to call it a mistake though, right? Because I think that there was some logic there. It just wasn't necessarily the right choice. Alright, for this one, I do have things like half organized, so it's going to be a brief second to make sure. This should just be speedless JKL. Yeah. Speedless JKL, and then I will be using JML for this. Not quite sure why we have... Oh, I'm blind. That's why. So for JML, I'm going to be taking away his cross. The thing that I ended up doing last time is stripping away all of his offense because he's a little bit too deadly early on. It just kind of makes it a little bit awkward trying to get out of each wave successfully. These names are flipped. Wait a minute. But for JML or JKR lead for TB? I haven't actually tried JML lead. That's one of the things that I wanted to try after I hit 70. Alright, so we got the training wheels on him this time. Stripped out the offense. Should not be... Wait. Man, when I redrafted these mods... we just have... Alright, whatever. I'm not gonna go through this. It should be fine. We can play around it. The whole point was to try to neuter all of his offense so that he wouldn't actually be that deadly, so we could pace ourselves a little bit better here. It's, maybe not what's going on right now, but... it's fine. I still think... Oh wait, JML or JKR lead. I still think I prefer JKR. It's possible that... actually, JML lead would probably kick on overtime and be better than JKR. I do, like... Right, like, think about the last fight, right? That last choice notwithstanding, I feel like we completely manhandled the rest of that wave entirely. We kept Savior, we barely even had to use our cooldowns. That felt extremely clean to me. And I just feel like JML doesn't quite bring as many tools. Then again... Heroes Arise is basically just going to help Grandmaster Yoda against Droid Battalion more. Alright, let's just... How fast is Shaxi? I think she's 349. What team is the first mission? I did JKR Gas. It was a super clean run, and then I made a dumb choice in the last wave that did not go my way. I tried to mark Sniper Droid first instead of B2, and hey, surprise, surprise, that didn't really work. Alright, we're just gonna keep on chipping away here. I'm not gonna give F-Lux out right now. God, he's so fast. We need to make sure that we're actually getting Luke's turns back up. This is the biggest issue with the team last time, is it was too fast. Yeah, we're... Alright, we need to start chopping on B1. Basically, like, trying to hamper our damage. The breach giving us guaranteed crits actually probably doesn't help. Alright, so we're gonna have the strong people hit the B1, and we're gonna have the weak people work on Geo Soldier. Actually, he has buff immunity, so we can actually just do this as well. We can call Hermidota as well, just to stall. Do not mind that. Looks pretty low turn meter. I don't think this is that much of a waste. Alright, stun will be back up next time. He's like close enough. Let's just pop it. This cooldown is still pretty far off though. I mean, we have mind tricks, but yeah. Like, straight up, that choice at the end there to speed up a little bit was still... I thought we were on target. We're actually still ahead of schedule still. That is... This team is so stupidly deadly. At least we have this. Not the way I prefer to normally do it, but... I'm not trying to be a cheesy beggar right now either. Okay. There we go. Although this means that we're even further behind schedule right now. This is Tenacity down plus days. This should be an awesome tool for sniper droids. Yeah. Absolutely. Also, I'm pretty sure I don't want to give Master's Training to Luke here. On the topic of too much, too fast. Seems like JMO's more trouble than he's worth. In any phase except for like phase 3 and beyond, I would almost actually agree with you. This is a harder team to drive now than it was before with Bastila sitting here. Like with Bastila, straight up, with Bastila in this team, we had to try, or like we had to specifically make the choices of like, all right, we're doing damage now. With this team, it's like, all right, I'm actually having to like count my hits. It's ridiculous. I'm just gonna save it. Like, if we hit this F-Lux right now, they're gonna lose all their protection. Like, straight up, this wave will be like halfway over. It's actually just gonna screw us over. Alright, Cyber Droid down. So we're pretty much done with the concerns for this TB. We just wanna make sure. Let's get Shakti speed up. I think that's gonna help get things sorted. Alright, Luke low turn meter. Heavy hit here. I don't really mind Geo Soldier being the one we leave up. I don't want to leave this up as a lingering threat. Okay. Close to the next activation. I think this feels like a good methodology though, right? We have the weak characters hit the beefy guy, and then we have the strong characters hit the droid battalion. This feels like a nice rhythm. And I think not spreading Master's is also the right choice here. Let's give speed up probably to Shakti, right? She got the speed up, she got the Jedi, or Heroes Arise. I always want to call that Jedi's Will. Oh wait, I am right. The ability is Heroes Arise. That's kind of a cute Teehee style move. Alright, we got the stun back up. We just need to get this back up. Five turns off. Let's just be jerks for a second here. I appreciate Shakti's restraint there. Alright, we're pretty much set. This team. Man, without Jedi's Will, it is so slow rolling. Or like his damage just goes down so ridiculously. Alright, we have Hermione at High Terminator. This is a comfy place to finish. Comfy place to start. Comfy place to stun. Comfy place to auto win the wave. It's awkward because I don't really feel like dealing with much of an AoE yet. We can hit one, it's fine. We actually, so the problem is, I don't know if hitting him, obviously now would be a really bad time to hit him to get the stun off, but this would actually be a really cute way to bleed off, like, to get Luke turns without really, like, you know, blasting through the wave. Plus also, I don't know if him draining stacks from him would, like, end his stun as well. So we're not going to do that just yet. We can take down 1v1, I think. Not, like, actively try to end it, but... We're like we're like halfway to ult on wave 3. I feel like maybe if we were focusing on the cooldown, we could actually probably get it by the end, but Alright. Okay, now we do get to do it. One turn off. Don't I want to use Luke's lead ability at the end of every phase? Good question. You can do that, and honestly, it's probably not going to make a big difference. The reason why I prefer to use it at the start of the next wave is because then we get to get the Jedi's Will buff, which gives our team more speed. I feel like it's stronger. Actually, you know what though? It would lower our damage, which actually would be a better way to pace. I don't hate that. Like, if our issue is we're doing too much damage, I guess at the same time, though, less speed is still kind of spooky. There's arguments for both, right? But as long as you finish each wave with high turn meter, there's very, very little difference. And then you're probably ahead even once the speed, you know, kicks you ahead of where you'd be otherwise. Alright, let's just... Stun is up. Alright, so we can actually just kind of... We're set. He did 18k damage! His damage is so bad without it, Heroes Arise, or Jedi's Will. It's insane. Alright, we're going to the last wave so we can actually now start to bully. Let's give Luke 2.0 Master's Training, which ironically isn't even making that much of a difference. It might happen, especially if we keep buffing his speed specifically. I think it actually could happen. Alright, we got the 8-wave foresight. This turn is meaningless. Thank you, sir. Have a good one. Yeah, high turn right here. So this is the difference, right? We could hit this button right now. You're absolutely correct. And we would start the next wave with the next one. That's why I recommend doing it in the tier 3 Jedi Assault battle, is because their enemy speeds and their starting preload being up to like 75% is so ridiculous that there you basically have to do it. But here, right, watch. You're correct, it does. But like, we're still gonna get that effect here for the same net purpose. Alright, here's our Geo Soldier we're gonna lock onto. Alright, so like, they have, you know, whatever extra turn meter that they would have had, but now we have the Jedi's will buff on everyone, right? So we have the extra speed, we have the armor ignore, we have the offense. We are feeling pretty good. Let's get Shakti into the mix here. She'll get a nice Dispel on Brute, or we could just kill him on accident anyway. That's also gonna work. This is what we were fighting against this whole time. Like, every time that I would hit F-Lux in the middle of a wave, like, yeah, alright, we're fine, we got time. Hit F-Lux, just immediate. Like, if this was wave 3 out of 4, we would just be screwed right now. Like, 4 turns left on stun. Lead ability still way off. This character, man. Alright, I don't think we can go for a Brute Alpha Chop yet. We're close. Yeah, it's early. Yeah. After that, there's no way that the ult is gonna pop in time. It's too much damage. It actually is just straight up too much damage. Going on this last wave. This is why I was fighting so hard with targeting to make sure that... Right, because like, imagine if you go into one wave, like, it's not the worst team, right? Like, if you get a Luke turn, there's still going to be speed slowed, and we have, like, Mind Tricks. I think about how useless Mind Tricks, or, like, unnecessary Mind Tricks was for the rest of this fight. But, like, that's why I was trying to be so careful with all of my ability targeting. Just trying to make sure that we would always have stun up, always have the lead ability up. Which we still did miss once. Let's give him the send off. Alright. There we go. Supposed to be. That's what mid was supposed to be as well. That's what mid usually is. I just had to. I had to know. What happens if we ignore B2? Oh wait, it turns out there's a really good reason why I do that automatically. Normally. I mean, it kind of makes sense, right? Like, Sniper being the long-term threat. But he wasn't going to ramp up that immediately. Yeah, Les, you're not the first person to mention that. I don't know what the issue is, though, because I haven't... Like, nothing has changed on my end. It looks like the EQ reset, but I think that should actually just be quieter than what it usually is. Let's see. Not trying to go into too much of a detour, but enough people are mentioning it. I definitely don't want it to be a long-term thing. Okay, let's start by turning this lower and bringing this up, I think. Might be a good starting balance. That's good. We'll see. Yeah, OBS wasn't maxed out is the crazy thing. Alright, like, and I can see the levels too, right? So we were like sitting green and yellow, which is what we were supposed to be. Like, typically, from what I know in audio, that's what it's supposed to be. Like, if we were like sitting in the red the whole time, then yeah, it would make sense, but... Balance sounds better now. Okay, works for me. Alright, moving right along then, we have... I didn't even think about this. The strategy is basically going to become double Luke, double Ray, huh? Luke. I mean... Okay, the one thing I actually will say I think could be sick about JML mid with gas is the fact that we can effectively just keep doing gas special nonstop, and you can feed him Terminator as well. It probably is better. Like, if we just send Bastila down bottom where Jedi Master Luke is, and I think you could also actually shoot. Let me just let's go back on for a second. This is a GR Jedi mid mission, so the time where I'm gonna be worried about, like, you know, Jedi Master Luke as well as arguably more important because we can't outspeed them naturally. Actually, I wonder if my Shakti could. That's actually on the table again, now that I have... What's her speed cap? I tested her with 359. What emulator is this? This is BlueStacks. It's all of its benefits and also sometimes issues. I don't have 60 FPS on. I kind of want to get that back on, but I still don't really remember if that was tied to stability or not. If we were going to test this... I mean, it is GR Jedi mid, though. By the way, I don't know if our... Yeah, we started with ships. I probably didn't even do the normal housekeeping. Yeah, this is going to be chem week. It's actually kind of a bad time to gear him, but I waited this long, and I've probably been more excited for him than most. People seem to think he's bad, and I disagree. You just have to know where he's good. Alright. So my speed ceiling was 359 before. This is going to be the real, like, telling test for, like, how much 60 is at an impact. And by the way, this one, 6 hours time from now, 7 hours time from now, I'm calling the ball. I want 28 minimum capital games. Give it to me. This has been our speed cap, which is fine. It's an okay mod. It's a protection primary, or it's a protection set. We get a potency second. Wait. It's a potency set. I just like double tripped over my words there. I want 28 minimum out of this. I won't accept less. It's probably gonna be a 26. But I want more. I still don't have a 28 mod. Actually, yeah, I do. I'm still not used to this system, man. Going through changes. We actually could just test it for a speed cap. This is so unrealistic, though. I feel like more people are going to be able to run Jedi Master Luke than are going to be able to run a 368 Shock T. But like the speed margin from 359 compared to what they started with was close enough. This actually might be able to break that barrier. So stupid. All right. Moving right along to the Resistance alley. I do want to have some fun for today. I am going to toss in Chupio. Vander Chewbacca is the more responsible choice here, but I think in Phase 1 we can get away with it, and this team is going to be filthy. You need like 400 to go faster? It was really, like enemies were 99% turn meter when we went for 359 Shock T. It was... I don't know. We can see. I wanna run Chupio, man. Let's do this. JTR I feel like is the more interesting fight, but we lose some health doing this. I don't think it particularly matters though. The other 25 better not really. Okay. I don't know why I'm not just in squads. Actually, we do need to be out of squads for Chupio. Let's just run it through here. Alright, everyone is just on pure health stacks, same rules as always. I feel like this has been a pretty solid block for a while here. Health sets, health primaries, speed, primary on Chewie just because he's kind of the carry for the team. Everyone else though, assuming this is the correct one, this should just be health, 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 yeah. Sorry, Vandor. Ah, we did leave Resistance too early. We're missing our +1. So I feel like Vandor we pretty much just had spec for no speed. I guess he didn't really need to be going, right? But Vandor's... not Vandor. There's too many shoes. He's not a scoundrel, I completely forgot. That doesn't affect it. Still. Just a pain in the butt. So we still won him on health stack. This is still the same principle, right? The damage output, pretty much everything doesn't matter here. If we could sneak in some potency, his base potency isn't that great. I would not mind the consistency addition. That doesn't look too bad. We'll take it. I don't really feel like doing a full remod, so let's just... yeah, sure. Not a lot of great options here. I mean, they were great for Vandor, but maybe not for this one. God, you know what? Yeah, I'm doing it. I want that blind to hit. If we're bringing a character with an AoE blind, he better be bringing that mid-mission. Okay. Believe everyone should be set. Yeah. Okay, let's do this. So the whole theory behind this is pretty much the #1 thing I had in mind when Chupio was first announced. More than assisting CLS with his exposed spam and everything with 3PO, more than anything else, it was this. Unfortunately, we quickly realized it wasn't going to be a thing for PvP. He's not a scoundrel. I need to keep remembering that. Specifically because, think of it this way, right? With Poe unique, and this is an AoE that can hit up to 5 times, that's 25 potential Poe procs. But in PvP, unless you're fighting against like Night Sisters, which would be you're using Rey against Night Sisters, you've made a weird choice somewhere along the way. For each enemy that's dead, we're also losing Poe unique stacks, so the net result was like, best case scenario, there's 3 people left alive. And at that point, you've kind of already won. In TB, we don't have that problem. In TB, we just go into a wave, we're gonna absolutely make someone disappear. So I plan to gear up an MM team. Blade and I think Blade already committed. I was on the fence, and I think I'm leaning that way as well. I might not go for Sith Eternal Emperor. I might be going for boosting Mon Mothma, picking up Kara, picking up Mandalorian, picking up Grief. Maybe not. Oh, Sis, thanks for the raid. What's up, everyone? Yeah, this is insane. I've always chased the meta ever since I started seriously playing this game. I might not be going for Sith Eternal Emperor, right? I'm picking up Pyatt. Pyatt is phenomenal. Even in 3v3, by the way, I did end up winning that GAC, even though it was a mess fest. What's up, everyone? What's up, Disc? Alright, if you all are here, while I have your attention, I gotta show you the nuke. For those of you who don't know. Alright, this is gonna be a boring start, but stick with me here. This stun choice still doesn't really matter that much. Sure, let's just nerf a Geo. Alright, we normally give Lifeblood to Vandor just to buy us some time. If we give it to Chewie, then we'll probably start this more quickly. Let's just do that. Man, the AoE is the flashy button. And we're about to get him inspired, but we could just deny the spy nuke if we go ahead and hit the AoE. Let's be greedy. This is why we're here. No, let's be safe. I don't want this team to blow up. Alright, we got what we need. Actually, this nuke could just one-shot Mandigar with a Poe unique. And we do have Inspired Chewbacca. Alright, let's just get Mandigar off. We pretty much auto-win now. So the whole thing that's going to be happening here is Chewie is just going to do bonkers damage. And then Chupio with the AoE as well is also going to kick in. That AoE is going to... It's going to be worse than a non-annihilate. Yeah, Sith Eternal Emperor. It's like, straight up, it would be... Like, look, no offense to Dooku fans. I know plenty of people still run Dooku. I'm probably not going to work on him until my guild yells at me to run him in the LSTB P4 mission. It's going to be like 6 months from now. People are going to be, what the heck are you doing? Look at that Chewie assist damage. Like, look. I almost just want to let him get it inspired, though. Nah, you know what? And this next Rey, we maybe need to get inspired on Chewie, or Chupio. He did take a little bit of heat. Han's probably going to get inspired next. But this AoE... Basically, once we get into Wave 2 and beyond, take the number of people that we're up against, multiply it by 5, and then multiply that by 10, and that's how much percent HP damage we're doing. Like, even if we did this right now, and he was inspired, Geo Soldier would actually probably keel over and die. We're not quite there yet, though. Yeah, Han stole it. Let's give this to Poe. Alright, B101 dead. This will get our AoE cooldown back up for next wave. We don't really need to do anything else here. There we go. The bomb is ready. This is gonna be so stupid. I've never actually seen this done before too, so. This is gonna be a dumb fun treat for me. Have a Discord? Yes, I do. Discord.io/theplaybook is the easy link for that. We have 1 nuke, 2 nuke, 3 nuke. We can straight up just one-shot this entire wave. Let's just delete a B1 for good measure. Let's just delete a sniper droid, because why not? Honestly, there's so many people dead that I almost don't even want to spend any more cooldowns here. We'll have the rest of them on the next wave. This is so over the top. I want to believe this is pretty much the only chance we'll get. This should put him down into hell, so we should get the AoE back. Yeah, we're fine. So like, I feel like you can kind of see though, right? Bringing Vandor was like ridiculously safe. It felt really, really good. This, on the other hand, let's just delete a B2. Let's give this to Chupio. Alright. Funny thing is, Droideka actually has some evasion right now, so this actually could just like low roll, but let's just... This is the real Droideka. You thought Droideka and LSTB was terror. That was 250% health damage right there. I almost don't want to use this now. Nah, let's use it. We are taking a lot more damage. I will say that much. Alright, let's get Rey's health back up. The Chupio assists following up on the Rebel turns actually aren't that bad here either. Like, it's not as insane on Chupio as it is with Chewie, but Chewie was already so dumb enough that it's not bad, right? Like, it's just taking what was already crazy about this team and making it even dumber. Alright, unfortunately we won't have this in the last wave. We do have Chewie AoE though, and we are, for once in my life, going to be going in with that ready to go. Maybe not. It was wishful thinking. So because of Kalani, we can't delete B2. I'm pretty sure we're just supposed to delete her instead. I don't want to ult. We don't need it. We haven't even used blinds once. Okay. Wow, he has a blind. Look at that. That dispel. Amazing. Get out of my screen. That's the Chewie cannon. That is why I'm running Rey with no Finn or other resistance stuff. This ult's completely necessary, of course. But yes, it exists as well. The ult is honestly the worst part of the team. Worse than Chupio AoE, worse than Rey Whirlwinds, worse than normal Chewie AoE. It's basically just there for the damage immunity on like the later phases. Alright. Now for the mess. Actually, this shouldn't be messy. The only reason this would be messy is trying to run the fast R2 early. I do still think that this is actually a little bit easier. Oh god, wait. Wait a minute, 60 might have made things a little bit weird. I'm just gonna assign mods first and then look at the damage after. Let's just stroll on in. Nothing bad to see here, right? Wait, R2 got most of the hits, so R2 might just be more insane now. What's the Discord again? The easy link is discord.io/theplaybook. Let me just toss an invite link in chat. What did I just press? Windows is freaking out. Alright, here. This'll work. Actually, yeah, okay, so while we're here, right? Since you brought the topic back up, this feels... Like, look at this list, right? Junk, 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 junk. To get a Galactic Legend who seems more like a convenience pickup. And then compare it to, like... I almost just want to take... I mean, most of the relevant characters are here, right? Mandalorian, extremely nice, is going to round up my Bounty Hunter team very, very nicely. Is going to let them be relevant for the first time in a long, long time in my GACs. Pyatt, stupid unit. Just ridiculous. Have taken a Gear 11, Gear 12, Gear 13 into some dumb fights in this 3v3 GAC. Even just this basic with Emperor's Trap, just like double calling this Stark, has done some stupid things that I thought were just going to be auto loss. Cam Duke team. Honestly, Cam and Jedi Master Luke has kind of won me over in a way that I wasn't expecting. Like, even at Gear 11, this is the crazy thing to me, right? Is with Jedi Master Luke coming out, there was a moment where I just had the question of, like, do I even need to gear him up more? He's kind of already doing what I want him to do anyway. Which, with Makashi, anytime that you call him to assist, he's getting 30% turn meter instead of 15. And, like, he's getting protection twice. Like, his Makashi basic is basically just the JML lead ability, right? So you're basically just doubling down on that value. It's so nice. And then, like, because of adaptive form with Makashi, he's crit immune, so, like, yeah, he's Gear 11. Yeah, these stat lines suck. Relic 7 Kylo, who's fully built for damage, is doing, like, 30% of his protection, and he'll counterattack you and get that protection back. Like, the dude is actually already kind of fine. Like, the only thing we're missing out on value here is this bit. Right? But then if I do Cam, it feels like I'm probably going to have to consider this at some point. The problem is, the Mandalorian characters, as excited as I am, and as good as I think this is going to be for boosting my roster, you know, we have Kara for Mon Mothma, Mandalorian and Grief are going to make a Bounty Hunter team excellent. Queel, I have an idea for a Bounty Hunter team, but I would have to do... There's some actual, like, Terminator math sequence stuff I would have to, like, double check on. IG-11 I'm maybe less sold on. Right, but it's like... I want to try to wait until we see what the Mandalorian event character is going to be, just because it's an unknown quantity. And I don't think that character alone will, of course, be able to compare it to Sith Eternal Emperor. But you look at the buff coming in everywhere else. Like, we pick up an awesome Imp Trooper team. We pick up an awesome Mon Mothma team. We make our Bounty Hunters awesome. I feel like it's going to be so much more impactful than just... Should I be concerned? What am I looking at here? Oh, you'd be right with CLS, it looks like? Is that what I'm seeing? Nice. Very, very nice. That, you know what? Man, like, I said it before and I stand by it. I still think CLS True PO, the whole suite, is probably the best non-GL team in the game right now. There's, like, discussions around that, and, you know, of course there are some situations where CLS isn't the best, but just, like, the damage threat, Chubio actually giving this team some control now, it's There's so much to like about that team. Alright. We have not surveyed the damage yet. Let me do that real quick and then we can close. I was almost going to say close this out, but we still have Padme. Okay. She should still be the same. It's mostly going to be R2 and Finn, which honestly isn't even that bad. Like, those are the two people who could probably move without really much consequence. And this didn't hit yet. Like, if we went for more speed, we're going to be losing crit chance anyway, which kind of ruins the purpose of this build. Also, ooh, this... If this hits tonight, which I'm probably just going to double roll it twice. This would be so much of a power spike for R2 in this setup. Yeah, I think we're fine. Finn being a little bit faster, he's still going to be the same spot on the turn order. Everyone else is pretty much the same. There's a 25 speed mod that I have floating around, and I want to make sure I know where that one is because that was a recent pickup. Alright, not here. Works for me. Actually, you know what? Finn. Let's give Finn some love. I say that, but we need crit chance still, so the only thing we could really do is, like... Can we even change him at all? Nah, if it ain't broke, we're leaving it as is. Let's hop on in. Okay, so I am leaving the fast R2 setup for this. I still think you could actually probably run classic JTR and it would probably be superior here. Okay. I think we actually... They kind of high rolled here. Surprisingly. B2 getting that activation before we got to go is a little bit uncommon. So this might be a little bit of a slow start. We'll obviously still just get this out. Yeah, that was kind of weird. I mean, JTR going this early, and don't get me wrong, I mean, it basically helped us here, but... Alright, we're avoiding flamethrower because we're not trying to give Bodyguard taunts here. Honestly, so I've got a couple of LSTB videos coming out shortly here. One done and the other is near done. I feel like I made a video on team compositions, which I feel like is what more people are going to want to look for, but I want to make a video on dealing with enemies, right? Like, because I feel like there's a lot of people who, I mean, myself included, I've done AoEs plenty of times just kind of brain farting. Bodyguard pops a taunt, and that can kind of just straight up kill your run. Alright, let's just... Kind of an unfortunate JTR setup that we aren't going to be able to get triple translate out that easily. Kind of also just doesn't really matter here. We almost could just pop grenade right now, but... JTR being debuffed kinda sucks. Let's just... Yeah, her next mind trick is gonna be so far off. You know what, we're gonna be tossing Finn grenade anyway, so let's actually just go for the confuse right now. I think we'll be better off if we hit it. Yeah, we do. Nice. Alright, that works for me. This should be pretty solid from here. We'll start off some Terminator Train. We can absolutely hit Flamethrower now, and we should just be off to the races. We got the days, we got single confuse so he can't taunt. We're comfy. This sucks, but we already got over the hump. Let's just brute force our turns just to get this back online. He can cleanse all this off, so it's actually probably better to just go for control on him first. really need to. I'm gonna do it anyway. Just makes me feel better. That's a little bit closer than I'd like him to get. So we're just gonna stroll on in here and stop that from happening. A little bit too much evasion, a little bit too much resisting. I don't want it. I don't like it. I didn't ask for it. Would have liked to have JTR higher in that turn order. No Magna Guard. We're kind of okay to just grenade here. Alright, we should be R2 into JTR. Pop the flamethrower aiming at Droid Battalion for even more expose. Honestly, this is such overkill right now. We're getting insane TM value, but everyone already being at 100% means that we're kind of just... Like, we're insane overflow, but they have no one contesting that, so it's just like... What are we doing here? We need 3-pay to go before JTR next turn, so let's not swap to her. Literally, thanks for figuring out. What is it with the spam bots tonight? I mean, as much as I'm talking about it here, it's still insane to me that YouTube spam bots just have not been addressed somehow. Let me make sure. Yeah, okay. Alright, maybe it has high turn meter, has limited destiny. Oh, it doesn't. Oops. We ended a little bit too quickly. Alright, well, that being said, we're still pretty much alright here. Let's double basic, I think, is going to be the best option here. We could flamethrower or coin flip, but I feel like that's just going to set them up for a high roll. JTR is mind trick, so we'll just control Droideka that way. We did not daze. So we need to wrap him up. Kinda, sorta right now. I almost don't want to swap to JTR then, because if we swap to JTR, it's going to give us a really, really lousy assist call. I think we swapped to R2, right? I think we swapped to R2. We're going to... Wait. Hold up. I'm wrong. I'm technically incorrect here. That would have angered B2, and we wouldn't have even killed him. I was going to flamethrower over here or here. And just keep the turn train rolling. I'm pretty sure this just means we're supposed to smoke screen then. We probably don't need to use this, but with Gunner here, it's actually really, really easy to get it back. So we got stall tools. Oh, yeah. This is T-Series droid. The one with, like, the flat binocular looking faces. Yeah, that's what gave me the usurper icon. I'm assuming you have to manually kill him, right? I've always been doing it just as a habit because I think it's hilarious. Right, it's like killing Hermit Yoda back in the JKR mirror days. I'm assuming that just clearing the wave and them automatically detonating or self-sacrificing doesn't count. Alright, we need to get ID back. We're gonna get that pretty easily. We'll burn some daylight. We'll burn some daylight. Just beat up on Droid Battalion for a bit. It'll drain their stacks, but it won't go too quickly. I think that should be fine. We have so much control here that we can just keep doing this. Yeah, we already got ID back, actually, so we can just wrap it up. Yeah, I'm not sure if it counts for sure. At the very least, I can say for certain that I've manually killed them enough times to not have conclusive proof either way. Alright, I'm pretty sure we're fighting Grievous, right? This is probably a good grenade, right? I don't mind that. It's not a bad turn order coming into this wave either. Yeah, Grievous. Alright, let's try to do this the normal way. I was hoping that we'd have this up, actually. I'm surprised it doesn't, because we called him. Alright, we have fin swap. We can just fin swap back to C3PO before JTR's second turn. The double magnet is going to be annoying here, for sure. I don't know why I decided to do that. There was something with the Magnagars that made me think it would be better to cycle JTR. Huh. Yeah, it's a weird choice. Man, if we pop this Fin Grenade, we're just gonna be on Magnagars for a while. We actually need to save this for the first kill as well, so let's just hit it with a basic. Take some damage. Feeling okay. I guess I could have been doing this the debomb, or debuff bomb style. I haven't really been doing that. Alright, let's try to set up a solid Fin Grenade here, especially if we could aim for like a simultaneous kill. If we could do Fin Grenade and kill 2 for 1, so it's a little bit dangerous. Because it's possible that we'll leave him at 5% and then GG will double chain us, but I think it'll be fine. That is... okay, we actually didn't kill either. We failed on both counts, but it's actually kind of good for us. It's becoming less good. Need some TMR. This is so much easier when I did this the debuff bomb way. I don't know why I decided to slug it out here. I mean, it's mostly we just need Finn to do a grenade turn again. Alright, we do have some control back on him, actually. This is fine. Yeah, if we do smokescreen, it's just going to force him to get Terminator removed. Finn will go again. I think this should be fine. This will definitely kill Droideka, unless he evades it. If we aim this at Magnagard though, then this might... whatever, let's just... yeah, Magnagard's gonna reset. It's fine. Alright, at this point, I mean, is there still a reason to call C3PO? It does kind of help. It is going to get our mind tricks back. Yeah, we just keep doing it. Right. I still think the debuff bomb is the better way, even though it can be a little bit tedious trying to count exposes and like make sure nobody dies. I don't think I've done the brawl style on stream before. This used to be how I do it. And it's been a while. Actually, I kind of hate that way. Alright, it was mostly just an issue. I think it was, like, if I gave Finn a little bit more damage modding, it actually could have mattered there. Right? If we could get a 2-for-1 grenade, like, the reason why I kept on being messy is because we would do the grenade going for the 2-for-1, and someone would always stay at 5%. Not the right faction. Alright, like, we got him critting, but there's no oomph behind it. Ironically, even though we have 2 crit damage broken sets. Whatever. Hey, Grievous is literally a phase 1 team, too. I don't think it matters that much. Alright. Not bad. I think I haven't updated this in 2 missions. Alright. Well, this would have been a flawless day. And I'm still salty about this, because this... Like, if I'm going to make a guide with JKR, this is going to be the mission I default back to, because JKR can go sideways if you make the wrong move or just don't think about the right thing. Right, like, as I was talking about with the Magna Guard AoE, it's so easy to just, like, oops, JKR swap, and then suddenly you're stuck on Magna Guard. Bass was probably sitting at, like, 20% turn meter, and you're just like, I guess I just die now. We sidestepped all of that for 3 waves straight. It was straight up the best JKR run I think I've ever had. And then just... we make our choices. Forgot to do this. But even then, right? I was the one who made the dumb choice. It wasn't just like, oh, I RNG lost the last wave. It was, hey, killing B2 pretty good, it turns out. I mean, I will say, Watt with Magna Guard is still very annoying to deal with sometimes. But yeah, like, if we just went for B2, Watt would have popped, Taunt instead, things would have opened up for us. It would have been comfy. Alright, I think definitely last time went a little bit too hard on the clone idea. I still think this is a healthy balance if we just stick with this strategy. I don't know why it still refuses to pull in the squad sometimes. Look at this. I don't get it. He's literally right here. Video game. Alright, there we go. Echo, I think we're gonna... This is technically just gonna make him Jordica food. But if doing this is wrong... I don't want to be right. Where's the percent health? There we go. Actually, a little bit more less potency than I run usually. All right, what do we usually run? I need to see this. I guess I deleted all of that, huh? Alright, let's... We gotta bring... Oh, wait, it's because I didn't do primary. I'm an idiot. We're literally just -4 speed and that's it. Alright, same deal. Also, nice getting the health pickup here. Definitely will help our speeds. And also definitely happy to... pick up this extra speed because we're gonna have to get the grenade back manually. Right. 318 Echo. Never in his life has he been this fast before. I do remember slower-ish Padme feeling better for this one, so let's make sure... yeah. I mean, can't we just jack this team's mods? I prefer to run Shock Team the mission anyway, so this is already kind of a dead page. I guess you didn't even have a set here. Alright, hang on. I don't really care about damage. I guess I kind of care about damage. We kind of have to care. I think this is fine. Crit chance might be... Yeah, the crit chance could be better. We'll see if that matters. We'll test. So for the most part on everyone, I do try to make sure that Ahsoka has, you know, pretty maxed out crit chance. I care more about Ahsoka critting than I do about Anakin critting. Whatever that says about me. Just because I value her cleanse so much on this team, right? We actually don't have that much of a repeatable cleanse source. Like, Padme heal is nice and all, but we're usually using that to try to, like, zerg the wave out early. Alright, I thought I had a 60 for her. Maybe not. She really doesn't need that much, though. I also do kind of want her fast. Nope. Extremely not gonna happen. Sure. Maybe less bulk than I'd like to see here, but we'll go down a little bit. Like, we're cheating on health on 2 other primaries here, so I think scooping some up in the secondaries will help bring some of that back in. She is important. So the magic number we want is technically 90, right? Wait a second. Didn't she already have it and I just took it off without realizing it? Yeah, she totally did. God damn it. It's so much better for the... I knew I was not crazy. Is it guard time? Guard time has passed. Ahsoka time, baby. I think we're... I'm wrong. She's stealing from Ahsoka. Alright, let's just... This will be the final lock-in. We'll save this as a set after the fact. Now, we are running her slower. Squaring us up at. We're at 222 right now. This is probably about where we'll stay. Definitely pick up to 5%. Definitely prefer having a slot. I think, again, I don't really know the precise numbers for this. I just know that we want her to go after B2. I think we'll just leave it at this. Yep. God, I don't know why I didn't check teams that way before. It's so much nicer. It's like 5 seconds instead of 30. Alright. We'll see what happens. I'm pretty sure we're fighting a droid at the start here. Okay. Well, I demand a grenade. Look at that. He did the nuke, right? Yeah. We don't even need to... Right as I was saying we don't need to use this, I fat finger it. Unfortunate. Alright, we am over here. Shield dispel the droideka. We're ways off on that one. Alright, we want to try to make sure this gets back up. We want B1 to be alive, but not particularly lethal. Echo is taking a lot of heat. Maybe... I don't know, we'll come back to that. He's on 2 health primary. He went completely fine during this mission before. I mean, we're not, you know, making that much protection, so that could be part of the issue. This is the problem with the Rex last time, but... This is a not great exit to the wave, too. This kind of just feels awful. Wait a minute. What went wrong here aside from me holding some buttons? I mean, if we had grenade back up, we would be sick. I mean, we do have GK taunting as well, which is nice. So I want to say if we anger B2 here, we're going to sneak in a Padme turn. That might feel really slick. So I think we're supposed to do that. If we do, though, it might... So we AoE, B2 goes, he'll buff immune, it'll kick Ahsoka below 100%, so we'll actually just get another Anakin bonus turn. The lousy thing is... Are we just better off? I think we should just... This is a bit of a gamble, but I think we'd be better off just going for a double basic on B1 and just hope that it angers B2 enough. Okay, we double basic, B2 goes, Ahsoka gets low, Anakin goes immediately. If we AoE again, though... Still not helping that much. Because they're probably just AoE us again in response. I think we go for it. What just happened? Was Ahsoka like 99.9% somehow or something? Like, I got what I wanted. But we just didn't activate. And we're bonus turns, so it shouldn't have been a TM overflow thing either. I'm not sure. I'm gonna have to go back and watch that. I mean, from here, I'm pretty sure there's no real way to win this. I mean, maybe. We'll play it out. We at least, I think, can beat this wave, but... I feel like the only, like... So what bugs me here is Ahsoka, like, from Padme basics that we were using to close out the last wave, she should have been topped off. And B2A pulled her off of 100%. Oh wait, I'm an idiot. That's just for Padme. That was a misplay. It's 50% for the rest. Yeah. Duke is fairly close here. Let's see. Alright, there's a possibility that Jedi will just start rolling out some nukes we don't want to deal with. Actually, he doesn't have Dispel. I might just go for the kick anyway. Honestly, a basic for double droid battalion actually probably would have been better value here. I don't think GK has Master Assist backup. He might though. Let's just tank the droid kill blast. Okay, we do. We want to try to get this heal back at least. And double foresight. We're getting there. Only one foresight. Okay, I think we're fairly close to getting the Padme heal back. I think we're, I think we're okay double hitting. Let's give it one more round. We're taking a little bit more chip than I'd like to be here. It doesn't matter too much since we have the heal going to the next wave. We just need to make sure that we end the wave with Padme at high turn meter. Alright, so we basically have to finish this battle with GK. So we'll have it okay. We'll have like a 40%-ish. I mean, greed-wise, we're supposed to hold this for the next wave. I don't know if... That last hit, like, we were like 80% before when I said too much chip, and then we basically just got chunked out. Let's heal. Alright, not bad turbo actually. We're about 50s. AoE doesn't strip droid battalion anyway, so we might as well. Maybe I'm wrong. Ahsoka actually could have held it. It was very much on the table, I guess, huh? Problem with this heal, we're not in terrible shape, although AoE is about to happen. Probably more AoE, probably more AoE. I think we have to do it anyway. It's about to get stripped, for the most part. Whatever, I think we're supposed to just stabilize for now. Alright, we held onto this GK button to get the Magna Guard taunt off. Okay, not a bad B2 activation. This is why this is here. This is actually a very... Okay, the Courage doesn't overkill, so we can actually just kill B2 right now pretty comfortably. Buff immediate here helps. Anakin dead doesn't help. Since this is such overkill, but with no courage, I don't think GK can quite close it out, and we don't have reach. The dispel is down. Alright, you need to relax. Big time. Oh, he has counterattacks. That's fine. We don't mind counterattacks. This B1 is just going absolutely insane. Ugh. We're lacking enough DPS to get through this Mighty Guard convincingly. We just gotta courage out for a bit, I think. That helps. Really hoping to see the foresight over here. Guess it just wasn't meant to be. Okay. We stabilized. Maybe spoke too soon. We did stabilize the very least. That is true. Alright, we get the foresight as well. I almost got failed. I want to leave him alive. I know how much he just kind of kicked our butts. He's still useful. The AoE isn't useful though. The AoE is extremely unhelpful. But I think the AoE is going to eventually force me to use heals in this wave that I would rather not use. Yeah. Yeah. Counter me all you like, man. This healing is a little bit annoying. Padme at 100% with the heal already? Okay. This should still be kind of a nightmare, but okay. If something were gonna happen here, it would have to start with B2 dead. We have GK coming in fairly hot with the Mass Assist that could actually finish B2 off. I mean, obviously we have to. It will call Ahsoka to assist, which is extremely adorable here. Alright, now we're just kind of burning daylight on Magna Guard, who I actually don't want to stun, I don't think. That is going to probably be the death sentence for us. Stun plus extortion. Wait, Ahsoka cleanses it though. It's going to be a 50-50 though, I think. Another random ally. Okay, no. It's guaranteed. All we just have to do is crit here. Yeah. Okay. Bomb defuse for the moment. We'll dispel. Let's... I don't care about stunning Newt that much, especially on a turn where he's only doing basic. damage you just did there, sir. It's more damage than I would have liked to have taken. I don't like it. Yeah. 3 mana is a little bit too skinny. We actually did better in this wave than I would have expected. I don't know. I don't know if I'm just being too conservative spending clones at the start there. Like, Echo worked amazingly for me the first time that I tested him. Maybe slow Padme is just making the heal follow up a little bit too shortly. Let me go back and check something, actually. It's like, obviously Echo can't fend for himself health-wise. But maybe it's just a matter of we need to give him a little bit more bulk naturally. Worry a little bit less about like a speed primary. We could just go. I think we actually, I know I deleted the mod set on him, but I think it actually used to be health potency blend instead of speed. I think the speed was just to try to get the grenade back, but that's also definitely causing some issues. It doesn't help that I deleted those mod sets. I probably did it last stream or something. I think we'll redraft that. I'm still not unsold on Echo, by the way, right? Like, we still saw that grenade got sick value. It is still annoying. I guess the possible discussion would be potentially if we break off JML from Cam, or from JKL, especially if we have Cam as a pickup this, not if, we will have a Cam as a pickup. That could open up gas going to this mission, but I don't feel like that's a setup that most people will be able to have. I feel like Padme clones in a weird way almost feels better than Padme plus 1 or 2 clones. And Padme clones, like, the worst thing I could say was that the Jordica turn at the start felt really ugly, where it was just like, hey, Jordica has stacks and you don't have a taunt, and he's just gonna nuke whoever he nukes. Although he doesn't one-shot Padme at the very least, but like, if he happens to try to kill Fize and has enough stacks, that would kind of be run killing probably. But like the extra clone speed, extra cleanse, extra droid battalion management. Like Rex was really bad. Echo here, alright, I'm just gonna pull up the VOD. I want to see if Echo's death was my fault. We're gonna do an insurance claim. Because if we stabilized in the wave and then we just kept on taking AoE chip that I think we were supposed to not. It really might just be lack of health modding, right? This is a B1 with most of his stacks removed. Still kind of bullying out Echo. It very well could just be the modding. Like, it did not take much to knock him over there. Yeah, I think that's all it was. I think we just... The speed was too much greed. I don't know, whatever. I can buy that. Alright, so actually... Not quite on track compared to last time. Should be a 17. Ended up being a 16 instead. By my own hand, though. Whatever. I still... That run was fantastic other than the... bad choice in the last wave. Honestly, I'm still extremely happy about that, even though the -1 wave does not help for sure. But yeah, I mean, we just need to play clean the rest of the time. Need to not take risky choices. I kind of talk about it in the video, but this is why I like LSTB though, it's actually, like, Reek is a good example, right? The camp mission is you'll notice that there isn't really a cam guide that can go through like step by step. Instead, the best you can say is like there's like rules of thumb, right? Of like, don't use Dispel if there's a B, or like don't use Rex Tenacity if a B2 is still alive. That type of stuff. I think that's part of what I think makes LSTB so good, in my opinion. Is, I will say, this opener, that actually does feel kind of like a solve, right? We have a way to reliably kill B2 before the enemy team goes. There's pretty much no risk that I can think of here. That will always work the same way every single time. So that, pardon me about that. But, you know, you get to way forward. I think that there were valid arguments for both sides. I definitely think, you know, the fact that one of the arguments is one that I've done multiple times in the past and has always worked. I probably should have leaned in on that more. Probably should have given that more credit, but yeah. Alright, so 16 out of 17. Technically, I missed this CM once a couple of months, or 2 months back. So technically, we're actually kind of on the same track. It's just, would have liked to have picked up any extra where I could, but still went fine for the most part. We'll see. Tomorrow, I'm going to be trying to get some revenge on the P2 gas mission. Last time I went into the last wave with the AoE down. That, you know what? If that was my dumb mistake last time, then this was the -1, dumb -1 that I comped this time. And I was on track for a 70 last time, so we'll see. I still think the setup felt really good. For whatever reason, that loadout got deleted, so I'm going to have to go back and grab that off stream. But otherwise, yeah. Should be some good stuff, more of the same. We'll be running Shakti clones mid, and it's just going to be a ridiculous... You know what? It probably won't. The Jedi team is still probably going to end up just being whatever I don't platoon, because especially on a day like this day, you don't need JML, JKL, gas, JKR. Like this, that's just silly. So, we'll see. I will be back, I guess, with a LSTB stream in 2 days, and of course we have more GAC tomorrow. GAC did end up being a win. The defense did end up... This music just got louder. I did nothing. Alright, looks normal on stream. Alright, whatever. Why did I move away from the Padme Clones team? This was just an idea that I had, honestly. It was just a realization that I felt like the best part of the clone team was Echo, and that we could fold in some of the courage generation that the other team had, that normal Padme had, and, you know, like, benefit from the bonus turns, which would give Padme more turns. And, like, again, the first time that I tried Echo, I felt really, really sick. I think, straight up, it was just not enough bulk behind the setup this time. I mean, he got bullied out in 2 half-dead B1 AoEs and a Maniguard AoE, and that is... If there's ever a sign to change up your mod strategy, that's probably it. Maniguard not exactly supposed to be a damage threat. And I still think I stand by it. Like, there are some, like, Rex, you know, this unique can really make Padme feel a little bit better, since you can't gain turn meter, getting the speed instead, the cooldown reduction with the Echo Grenade. Maybe there's, like, a weird argument to go, like, Padme Ahsoka plus clones? Because that's the other thing, too, right, is the clones don't have much of a heal source. So, like, the clones have so much better combat tools. We have all the extra droid battalion stacks, Archtrooper with the turret, getting extra droid battalion on top of Echo assists with the double tap especially. What's his rules? 5-0 first ally basic ability during their turn. That might be a consideration, actually. I don't know. I mean, the conclusion from last month was that not having the bonus turns from Anakin definitely made Padme feel a little bit slower. But that's also on top of the fact that we were running Padme slower anyway, which is helping her survive Droideka blasts, but I don't know. It feels like there's a right blend somewhere in here, and I haven't quite figured it out yet. And honestly, I feel like if the answer just becomes like, you have more Jedi now, slap gas in, I don't think I'm happy with that solution, because most people aren't going to have gas free like that. Like, say what you want about each GL unlocking new opportunities, but that feels like the biggest luxury to me, is like, gas is kind of, it's why I run the team that I run mid, right? That's kind of supposed to be the new second potential. Like, you could do the whole GK lead style, but I don't know. We'll see. Still some stuff to take away, I guess. Although it still would have been a perfect CM completion tonight, otherwise. We'll see. Alright. Yeah, I guess that will be it. I'll be back for Grand Arena tomorrow. We'll be back for LSTB in 2 days. What are we up against? It's 2 GL plus JCal. Okay. So 1 GL off, kind of a mismatch, but I promise it's not going to be as jank as this one was. Oh, you know what? We did okay on defense. I still am not sure if this team is worth it. I mean, it's been performing pretty alright. Like, we got some decent value here. The DR did pull some of his weight from giving him those ridiculous mods. I'm not sure. We'll see. We'll see what happens. Alright. I will hopefully see you all there. And if people do account reviews on stream for this game, in the formal format that I would consider it, no. Although people just ask questions all the time and I'm always down to answer. That's really what the whole goal of the channel is. So, yeah. I mean, if you have questions, I'm in a rush. Oh, it's because I unmodded. Man! Jerk. Of course. I'm assuming it's having a question. If not, I'll just close the stream. I'll just hang out for a second and see. If not, we could always just go in the Discord as well. Plenty of people ask questions there. Alright, Rack and Mason, what's up? We doing some, or otherwise I'll just wrap it up. I might end up just setting up for a range 5 anyway, I guess. What's the Discord? Let me grab the link from above. This one works. Just keep it easy. I guess I'll double plug it in here as well. If any of you aren't on it, by all means, feel free to stop by. Yeah, it's a pretty comfy place. There's a whole lot of roster discussion. We've also got some really good experts from earlier on who are running alts who are kind of, I guess I would say, in tune with how things are changing. Like, obviously Hyperdrive bundle, but beyond that, like, Geo's had a rise, and now it sounds like Vader has taken over, so yeah. By all means, come stop by, hang out, say hello, we'll figure stuff out. And yeah, thanks all for watching, and we will be back tomorrow.